Good morning, everybody. We will be getting going here shortly. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting a little late start here. Be with you shortly. Getting those servers serving, getting those streamers streaming, getting those electrons into a higher, more excited orbit just to bring the best entertainment to you guys. Coming up here. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Still got the handheld mic here. Main microphone is sitting out in the back shed. Like Pedro's coming in from prison here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, wherever it is in the world you're coming to us from. Thanks for watching DYOR Live here on the DYOR Media Network. My name's Tom, otherwise known as Striking here in the digital media world. It is November 7th, 11th, November 11th, November 7th. It's November 11th here in the United States. It's Veterans Day in Canada and much of Europe. It's Remembrance Day. Today is the day I thank my grandfather for his service back in World War II. He spent the winter of 1944 in the forests between France and Germany, in Belgium, and had a great time. No, he did not have a great time, but he lived, came back home, created this great family known as the Fowler family, which morphed into my part, the Herlihy family. And we're all very fortunate for his service, and of course to everyone's service, and of course to Pedro Garcia, a veteran as well here, even though his picture is off, and to Chris Alexander, our crypto swamp creature numero uno, spent a lot of time in the desert, as they say, with bullets hissing close, as he said. And so thank you for your service. And to all of our veterans out there watching, thank you very much on this day. Thank you all the time, but particularly today. Anyway, Pedro, what's happening, my man? You got your camera going? Oh, yeah, we're looking at you. You're off on the side screen here. I don't know if my feed to you is working. Good morning, Troublesome. Hey, where's my feed? It's the same link. Same link it always is. Welcome, Dara Lawton. Thank you very much for joining us. Appreciate it. Let me get some background music going here. Who are you talking to? Why am I not getting that? Dr. J in the house. Thanks for joining us. Roland Rod in the house. Happy Monday. I don't know if any of you guys listening are veterans, but thank you for your service. Let me know, and I'll remember it next year. BTC having fun today. It is. As you can see, the price over my head, it's up at 85,000 again. Just the other day, it was at like $4. Seems like, and it's pumped. And as I said to Pedro before this, poor Tom has no money in the market right now because he's paid all those college bills and deposits for the next striking at college and all that stuff. And sigh. All I do is we still have some meme coin money and that type of stuff. Why is this not working? Why are these things not el no worko? We're gonna hit all those things. It's oh, are you kidding me, you guys? You guys just told me that I haven't turned Pedro's mic on. Good Lord! I swear to God. You see him sitting over here talking.
Oh yeah,
ladies and gentlemen, my co-host Pedro Garcia.
That's what I was saying. I was talking about these days, when this market's going to go up, and I was going to say to Miss Strike, and listen, I'll give you an offer you can't refuse. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of, this is an interesting segue. Over here on my other shoulder here, I have the Swamp Creatures here. At 2 o'clock today, we're premiering their new episode on YouTube. We ran it on Rumble here this morning. To get the Rumble crew out, see what kind of demographics we can join up. But the gist of it was the Latino vote that Justin talked about. The Latino population is larger, the legal population is larger, and more of them voted for Mr. Trump. And thus there was a huge jump in it. And Justin Wallin called that on this show
very well
2 weeks ago, a week before the election, and in one of his podcasts. And so today I'm releasing an episode that talks about the election results and what happened and what didn't happen. And I used the title of the thing. I would bring it up if it was easy to get to here. The title is for F's sake.
You're right. We're having a senior moment there. Everybody, give this old man some time.
We're having a senior moment here today.
It's all right. He's having one of those days.
It was the Latinos all along. And if you recall from...
Viva la Mexico!
That was the line from The Godfather. What would they say? It was the Bazzinis all along?
It was the Bazzinis all along.
And, if you can, and on the thumbnail, there's a little picture of Abe Pagoda.
They come
but it was
back
the
and they keep
Latinos all
pulling
along.
me back.
And Latino women and Latino men
Viva la Mexico!
More for Trump than they did Miss Harris. I should say they voted Republican more than they did Democrat in the past.
Well,
and these guys are going to talk about it. Swamp Creature's going to talk about it.
Well, we talked about this also on here as well, right? Like the Latino culture is very conservative. I mean, when you talk about what up, so what up?
My husband is from Venezuela. We'll pardon all the Venezuelan jokes here because Chicago's filled with all the empty prisoners. When they emptied the prison, they sent them all to Chicago, and they're actually right down the street here is one of the immigrant centers here, and the crime has gone absolutely through the roof.
But it doesn't mean that Venezuelans. We're talking just the. Okay,
no,
clarify
Venezuelans that. Are getting arrested like crazy. They're like, "What do you mean we get arrested for this stuff?" You're like, "Yes, even in Chicago, you get arrested for punching people in the face and taking their wallet." They're like, "Really?"
That's shocking.
Crazy country.
I know. How dare you have rules? How dare you? How dare you try to keep me?
Well, thanks for joining us, Saul.
Trying to suppress me, man. Why are you trying to suppress me?
I know, but I have Latino in Poland.
That's funny.
Every day since 2011.
I love it. GSB, baby. It's good to see you guys. Hey, where's the man, by the way? Where's he been, man? I want to see him.
Are you getting different comments than me? I haven't seen J Crypto's. You said J Crypto.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. That was not J Crypto's. That was actually Friday's thing, and it was my bad. So I apologize.
Oh, it was leftover.
It was leftovers, yeah. So it was my bad.
Troublesome. I'm going to address Troublesome real quickly here. You made a good comment the other day. When I ran another episode of Swamp Creatures, Troublesome posted a comment that said about the time frame, and I was just like, yeah, I had to get it out on the internet. But you made a good point, and a lot of our viewers that watch the Crypto Swamp Creatures watch because I beg you to. And you may or may not know the Washington, D.C. terminology. And so I think what I'm going to put on here one of these days, fairly soon, is we'll get the Swamp Creatures on the show live. We'll do a live Swamp Creature show, and I'll moderate it, and we'll talk about Washington, D.C. and these insider terms. You know, they refer to the diplomat, you know, the restaurant. They can tell the story behind why it's so important, and, you know, the jokes about them getting reservations, that type of stuff. You know, what certain terminology means and that, because I have to keep reminding them, hey, remember, you know, this isn't just the late-night TV crowd watching. This is crypto. So they may need some more Washington, D.C. explanations. And I mentioned that to them a while ago, and Troublesome post reminded me of that. And so I think what we'll do is a live show coming up here that has those guys on. And to talk about, the show, kind of recap what they've spoken about, and then answer any questions about people. This just weird internet shit going on today. Now I just had comments disappear from my comment machine.
So let's also go into BTC. While you're taking care of that, let's go into BTC here real quick and go over some of the price points we are talking about. All right, guys. So long story short, please hit that like, subscribe, and share button while you're there, especially you new guys over there at Rumble. We're just getting that stuff up and running. Please send the little black thumbs up surrounded by the green there through the roof. That will help us out quite a bit. I see that we've got about 3 people over there, so I appreciate every one of you guys. It may be me, Tom, and somebody else over there. Either way, we appreciate you, whoever you are. And please hit that like button. That does help us out quite a bit. Also, if you would do us a quick favor, and this always helps us out on all of our streams, that wherever you're seeing us from, please tell us where you're coming from or where you would like to be. Now, many of you guys know that I have a few places I like to be. I love to be on the beaches of San Diego with a nice bean and cheese, actually, carne asada burrito. How dare I even say bean and cheese?
Welcome, Alpha Wolf, to the show today.
What's up, Alpha Wolf?
Alpha, the hardest working man in crypto, is at it once again. Got a lot to talk about. I think he's going to drop some interesting stuff in the comment section today.
Nice.
Busy all week, and we haven't been on the air, so I'm willing to bet there's going to be some fun stuff to talk about.
He's always posting some alpha-ish. Alpha-ish. Alpha-ish.
Pedro, Bitcoin is doing as expected.
Yes, sir.
With the news that Gary Gensler is going to submit his resignation rather than be fired. Actually, you can't fire the SEC chairman. I mean, you can, but it would take Congress to step in. But it can make life miserable for him, and they can take the money away from him. They can do all kinds of things to make his life miserable. So generally, once you're out of favor of the president, your time is limited. And Mr. Gensler said, "That's it. I'm done," and said by the end of the year he's going to resign from his office.
Yep.
Which is exactly what the market needed to hear that. It's been waffling in this range for a long time, as you can see from Pedro's chart over my head. Oh, you know what? I've got my walking mic on now, so I can go up here.
Around,
I can do the weather.
Oh, do the weather, baby. Do the weather. Get it on.
On Monday,
Vivana, baby.
85,000.
It
blew through Pedro's lines here, and then it's going to have a pullback. It's going to come back down to this area as support, and then it's going to run up to 100,000 by Christmas. So that's the weather for the week.
That's about it. I expect that exactly. Now, it's interesting to see is, I mean, dude, just today alone, man, we literally jumped up $4,000. I mean, look.
No money in the futures market for me. That's just money printing.
Money printing, as my phone just decided to do its.
I wonder what the funding rate is. It's probably huge. These guys got to make money somehow, so there's going to be a big wick coming at some point.
Oh yeah. And I mean, and here's the thing, though. We've been waiting for things like this. We knew this was going on. We've talked about this. I've talked about this ad nauseum here on this show about crypto and seeing it pop like it's hot. By the way, did you do anything over at Rumble by chance? Did you send us and say, "Hey, come check us out"?
I did not.
Okay. So that's awesome. So all 8 of you or 6 of you that have just came aboard, thank you so much for coming aboard. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Please hit that heart button, that like button, and tell us where you're coming from. What's up, Cease? What's up, if I could say it right, because we're military here today. Charlie, Mike, Golf, Oscar, Romeo. What's up? Never here. I am here. Nice. Thank you so much for being here. Never here. Mr. Gar. Yeah.
But where are you reading that?
This is over on Rumble, baby. On Rumble. We're trying to grow Rumble here. Again,
why am I not getting those comments? There we go.
That helps us out so much.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Somebody's watching us on 2 channels there. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. J, for watching us.
Absolutely. Shh, don't say nothing. Mr. J. I mean, CMMJAR.
Come Gar.
Come, Gar.
I'm coming out of my funk, Pedro.
I can feel it. There you go, baby.
It's,
Come on.
It is Meme Coin Monday.
Yes, sir. Got some good memes.
Posting. What is he posting here? Don't forget to grab a bag of Pochino.
Pochino. By the way, are we on X? By the way, just need to know.
Yeah, we're on X.
All right, I'm looking for us. All I see is the YouTube channel. So, guys, if you don't mind, all of us over on X, please hit that like. Please tell us where you're coming from, where you would like to be going, if you could go. If you could be chilling, drinking some Mai Tai on the banks of Gold Coast while you got your hottie wife or husband next to you, or non-binary, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, ruined my feelings there, Pedro. Crypto Mike, thank you for your service on Remembrance.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. But long story short,
I can run for the border.
Run for the, so interesting is talking about a lot of the stuff that's actually happening. So a lot of the actual buy is going in right now with Bitcoin, is we're seeing it really kind of just go one-sided here. And so for institutions, that's not necessarily a good thing, because what happens is then all of a sudden they've got to come in and absorb those to push it down. So it's going to be really interesting. We didn't really see any wicks today nor yesterday. So this isn't necessarily, many of you guys know I love seeing the market go down first in the evening or the first part of the morning, right? And then see it come back for at the end of the day. But when we see nothing but just an explosion from literally like an 8-10% jump, that can that actually was, what was it, 12% jump today on Bitcoin. I don't like to see those jump, because that means there's a retracement coming in. And right now, I always like to see where it could come back. So right now, looking at that daily, if I'm going to sit there and say, okay, where could we potentially come back? It would actually be on Thursday. This wick right here that I'm seeing it right here. So we're going to grab this baby right here. Pardon me, coming through. And I'm expecting to see this potentially come back down when we come down. And you guys know right now I am a perma bull, and I'm now on that long side of things, right? We're seeing some movement really come in. We're breaking out of this range here, and so I'm expecting us to see some type of consolidation, where we're going to go up and then come back down, consolidate, and then push back up. So when that happens, what we want is we want to accumulate at that point, right? Remember, the institutions are involved. Remember, they're dual-sided, right? They're long and short, always at the same time. And so for them to put in their clients, they're not going to put them at a high here. I'm just letting you know. They're going to put them in at a low, and that's going to be this lower area right here around that 75,000. So we're going to go ahead. I'm going to move this here. And this, I expected us to come down. We barely touched this, but there we go. Boom, boom. Okay, Mr. Striking. I love seeing it. I like it like that. Yes.
Sorry, I was doing a little social media here.
I totally noticed it. Thank you. I see it. All right, guys. So when it comes to Bitcoin here, I'm expecting us to see us at least come back down. Small little reprieve. But it's looking strong as ever. Look, when this thing, shoots up literally 10%. And as
Connor, thanks for joining us. Appreciate.
What's up, Connor? Where is Connor seeing us from?
YouTube.
Thank you, Connor, for being there. Please hit that like button, that subscribe. We appreciate you immensely. What's up, fellas? Connor. Okay, so as we're moving here, you can see we're kind of starting to consolidate here. Potentially, we could see it push back up here. So we could see it at almost, you can see here at that 85,000 mark here. That potentially could be a whole number that we could see it pull back from. And so if we do see it pull back, we want to look down at these levels here of that 10 o'clock zone here. And that's going to be a nice little area here for maybe a potential pullback of establishing of orders. And that would be around that 81,000 area. Pull back, find some buyers here, and then see another continuation up. So it's going to be really nice to see that happen. If not, I'm pretty positive it's going to pull back a little. It needs to. This last pull up, I just don't see the institutions really wanting to step in and buy, and put their clients in at these higher levels. So I can see them kind of, or if they do put them in at these levels, then expect to see some major uh, rallying. I mean, just stupid rallying. If they're putting them in at these levels, then
Genu at an all-time high, ladies and gentlemen. Genu at an all-time high. Breaking news. Breaking here on the DYOR Media Network.
We'll hit them
Pedro, back to you.
All righty. Boom. So I expect to see it keep pushing up until we hit about that 85,000 mark. And I would see some potentially like a pullback at that level. And you say, Pedro, why 65,000? Well, 65,000 is kind of a whole number. Either 60,000 or 85,000 or potentially 90,000. So that could be that 85 or 90,000 where we could see more of a resistance level because it's more of a whole number and everybody would see the whole number and see it pull back. But hey, man, we are 15. I mean, it's crazy to think we're almost 15,000 away from Bitcoin. I mean, just since Friday or last week alone, right? We've already climbed 15,000. So it's crazy to think about that.
You know what? That's the good point. Is that only 15,000? How many times have we seen it go from 40 to 60, 60 back to 40
in a week or two?
And that was a much larger percentage. Now it's like,
yeah,
this is nuts. It's just nuts, and it's pissing me off.
My friend, we will see a pullback. Now, here's the thing. Now, we're going to go over some altcoins as well. Now, yes, we're going to check out meme coins because meme coins right now are going to be pumpage. And it's been really interesting to see that meme coins have been a major pull and push this cycle, right? Meme coins have always been around. But man, this alone, if you didn't get into meme coins, you missed out on a large portion of money that actually was made in crypto. So real interesting to sit there and see. There are many Doge millionaires. Now, and that, well, many, and I'm going to say, I mean, yes, there are many Doge millionaires. By the way, is Doge millionaire still got that money in it? That's really what I want to know, because when you look at Doge, oh dear Lord, look, it literally hit our area. I know I'm getting off a little bit here, but I want to bring this up because this baby literally came. Look, so we talked about this acting as resistance, seeing a pullback. We didn't even get a pullback. We basically hit the resistance and then kind of went sideways. So we talked about this area right here, that 35 cent. I said, if we get through this area, expect us to see just immediately shoot to 35 cents. I said within a week. I mean, 2 days, bro. And not even 2 days during the freaking, during the week. But I mean, 2 days on the weekend. I mean, this is Sunday and Monday. We came up, hit this, and then I'd expect us to see a pullback, right? Come back at this level, and then Doge again. By the way, I hope many of you guys, when we were sitting at that 6 cent mark, 7 cent mark, that we were going over the market saying, okay, wait for our lower. Granted, I'm always expecting it to go lower. But we did. I was saying to you guys, look, this area is a good area to buy. This is another good area to buy. The pullback here was another good area to buy. We didn't come back down to that 5 cent or that 6 cent area here, or 7 cent area. But again, like I said, as we're coming into these levels, make sure you're buying dollar cost averaging. And baby, look at that. That went from 7 cents literally to 32 cents. So many of you guys are touching some X's there, which is nice. I'm really happy for you guys.
Welcome, Jeff Ledger, to the house, and Khalil. Thanks for joining us. Pimping out Infineon today as they get close to finishing out their pre-sale.
There we
Thank
go.
you very much for joining us, Mr. Ledger and Khalil.
Now let's check out Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu, Shibaru, Bone. Look, these guys are on fire, dude. Look at this. It literally came through, and we talked about this. We talked about this also, I think, on Friday or Thursday, that we should push through this area and come back and immediately come in. And we immediately, 2 days, 3 days, this thing hit 29. We're right at the tip of that 30 or that 3,000 mark area. If this blows through this, and which looks like it just might, I expect to see some consolidation pullback. But the next area here is literally that next local high, which will be right here. That's going to be that 45 area. And we saw this market area here back in March. So this area here is pretty nice. It really, really nice right here. Boom. I like it simply because, well, if we blow through this, which we potentially could, okay, this area the next area is that 75 to that 67 area. Now, if we do go through this, we want to see, you see the amount of volume coming in right here. This is good volume. As we're coming to this local high here, as we're putting in the new higher high here. So when this pulls back, okay, we want to see accumulation, okay? We want to see small amounts of sell-offs, while when you go to the smaller time frame, an increase in buying. Okay, so that's what we want to be able to see and look at, and so that's probably what most likely we'll see here. So either through here come down, or hit here, this supply area, and come down to this local area, then buy it. So those are the areas I'm looking to find, and that's what I'm looking at as the intro time frame start to accumulate more and more buyers with a lot of these meme coins here. Let's check.
J Crypto in the house. Thanks for joining us, J Crypto.
What up, J Crypto? It is good to see you guys. Hey guys, do us a quick favor. Please hit that like, subscribe. I see we only have 3 likes, 3 thumbs up. If you don't like my TA, don't do it. But you know I've been giving you guys gold, so I'm trying to help you guys out here. Please hit that like, subscribe. What up, Jay? Hey, we need to get tacos, man. Just let me know. We're on it. You're right up the road from me, so we need to hang out, brother. Okay, what are we doing here real quick? Also, shout out to our guys over on Rumble. We got 10 people there now. Shout out. Thank you, guys. Please.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Hey, guys, if you guys could please do us a quick favor. I appreciate all the love, everything you guys are doing. But please hit that thumbs up button. And please make a comment in the comment section. That really does help us out quite a bit, man. We're a small channel, and we're trying to really build this. And
we realize a lot of you guys on Rumble don't have an account. You just watch it.
Yep.
But it would really help if you hit that sign up button, do your thing, hit that like button, comment. We're an interactive show here. We're just not one of these video shows that people put out videos and you got to listen to them while you're on the crapper.
Yeah.
We actually interact with our crowd. And that's the whole point of it.
That's why we do it. We could do the videos. Me and Tom have talked about it, but I said, listen, I'm about really connecting with the people. I'm really about having them ask questions and going over stuff here. So 11 Warriors here now. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Sepify or Separatus to all you Coast Guards, all the Coasties out there. All right. So Doge here is looking very similar to what we're looking at with Shiba Inu. Now let's check out some of the other major coins here. Let's check out Bone, because Bone has been really interesting. Bone has been stagnant in this past rally comparative. It barely just put in a new higher high. So it's really interesting to sit there and see what's actually happening with Bone. I would expect Bone to come back and tap this area here. So this previous high, you can see we're kind of pulling back here a little with Bone. So if you're going to maybe get back into Bone, by the way, I know Bone has a phenomenal staking revenue system going on. So if you're looking to pick up more Bone for our meme Monday, this is the area that I'm really looking at here for Bone. So that's one of the areas I'm looking at. I don't really have much Bone. I wish I would have picked up more with it, but the reality is I know they've got a lot of stuff going on with it. I'm still thinking that this area here will act in as resistance. So we're gonna change this up and make that baby a red. And we're gonna throw this on like this. Give me one moment. Dude, I've been humming so much, man. My voice is all raspy. Yeah, because I've been using it to kind of just calm myself down. I've had a lot of, anyways, and so I've been using actually to reset my nervous system, and humming does it. It releases a lot of like oxytocin, releases nitric oxide into your body. And I've been doing a lot, and which is really interesting. I would suggest you, Tom, right now, to maybe do some humming. Do some humming.
Welcome, Kova Crypto, to the show.
What up, Kova Crypto? All right, so I like these two little areas right here. Potentially, we could see even come back down lower, but I don't think that's what's going to happen. Now, here's the thing. We all know when we start to see the cycle happen, right? When we see money flow, right? It goes here, and then that rallies, and it goes here, and then that rallies, and it goes to this sector, and that rallies, and then it goes to this sector, right? And then it goes back, and it does that a couple times, right? And so those are the things we're going to be looking to do. So when people start to take profit, right, and we see money go into other sectors, we want to take part in that, okay? And now that the institutions are really going to be involved with this, you're going to see that at a major level now, okay? So it's going to be really fun to see how they play with crypto and the whole entire scope of things. Now, in a back way, when we're talking about a pro government that is pro crypto, we're going to see major movements. So every time I think we see a sell-off in Bitcoin, I think the US government will most likely, and other governments around the country, around the world, buy in at the low points of where with Bitcoin and what it's actually going to do. So we're going to see a lot of these things happening, right? When that happens, you see a lot of that buying coming as a sell point. You'll see institutions taking the other side, right? The seller side to the government, knowing that they can actually kind of play that and then drop it a little and then push it back up. So it's going to be really interesting to see how this actually works. This is a new. It's like the first time you ever saw like the S&P 500. I was telling Tom, it's kind of sad. He's like, man, I should be having money. And I said, man, we're still early. It's like being down at the S&P 500 when the S&P 500 was sitting around $200 to $500. Like you're like, wait, what do you mean? Yeah, we're still early. Like just straight up, like we're still very much early. Like I've talked to you guys, many of you guys already. I've talked about a 400 to 300,000 Bitcoin. And I said that's this cycle. The next cycle, right? I've talked about a $600 to $1 million Bitcoin, right? So right now we're at a $3 trillion market cap crypto. I'm expecting to see crypto get to a $40 to $60 trillion market cap at large. And so when that happens, over the next 4 to 8 years, potentially 10 years, us at these points right now is still a smart area to buy, right? This is important when you're looking at like an overall market cap. Okay, so obviously money's going to switch, just like we see in the S&P 500. Certain stocks fall out of favor, they sell off, money cycles through and goes to a new favorite, right? We'll see the same thing as this starts to move forward. So it's going to be real interesting. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, now let's go ahead and check out. There was one more I wanted to check out before we really hit the small cap here. Crow is exploding. So we've talked about this over the weekend. I said, guys, we're kind of getting ready for a big push. I doubt that 400 and 200 period is going to hold us back. Potentially, if it does, we can see it come back down to that $6. Well,
welcome,
lo and behold,
over to the show. Thanks for joining us.
What's up, dude? It's good to see you. Hey, how was your weekend, bro? Mr. Oliver. Whoop whoop. All right, shout out. All right, check out here real quick. So we're coming up to that 18-19 cent area, which is basically kind of that local high that we saw back in March. And so the fact is that we saw this big shoot up. I expect to see us maybe a small pullback. So I'm personally be looking to be purchasing this around that 10 cent mark, that 11 cent, 10 cent mark area here. And so,
hey, Alpha Wolf, let me know when you're back, and we'll bring up the chart, that thing you posted earlier.
So I like this area right here, and potentially we could see it come back down to these lower areas of 6 cents, but I highly doubt it. Because remember, we're now in a bull cycle. So typically your first zone is going to hold, and your second zone is kind of like that last resort, right? And so right now we'll be blowing through supply areas, right? And coming back and picking up buyers to push back up. So this is where this is when momentum really starts to kick in, and we start to see it really escalate it. Why is that so hard for me to say? Escalate. Am I saying it right? Now I'm second guessing myself.
Escalate.
Thank you. I knew I was saying the word. Well, we should see an escalation of. I don't even think that's even a real word. Holy dear God, please help me out, please, right now. Come on, Lord. We should see, and now my voice cracks. We should see a movement in the market here that where as the market pulls back into a lot of these altcoins, that you can sit there and see people really step in and kind of push back up. So I personally am looking at, for myself, right, the like like Crow. I think Crow is going to be a smart coin to have. Many of the other coins that you need to buy to be part of mechanisms, those are good things to be part, because people got to buy those and put it into other coins. So it goes into their ecosystems. So I'm personally looking at a lot of places like that. Also, when it comes to meme coins, as we start to push, meme coins will almost be, and it's going to be really interesting, will there be a hold of value for people? Will people sit there, or are they going to sit there and wait for them to pump and then boom, sell? We know that the SHIB army there, man, they're so strong that they could potentially really move this market, and really I could see institutions almost get FOMO with these guys. So it's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Pedro, give a warm welcome to Savan. Yo, what up, DYOR fam? Thanks for joining us. Mel Gibson after a 12-pack.
What's up?
Thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. And just as a reminder, it is, even though we have the Gary Gensler news and probably talk more about that, it is Meme Coin Monday. We're going to be going over some meme coins. We already have been. But if you have a new meme coin community that you're following, just take the show link and drop it right in their TG. Ask them ahead of time if you can. Get them to raid the chat over here, and we'll talk about that project. And maybe your bags will get pumped as a result of our massive audience. Huge.
Huge. I need to start to learn how to talk like I sound like Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying?
We gotta get that guy that does the AMAs.
Dude, he is so good.
I know, he is so good, and he's got another 4 years. I was watching the guys on Fox News. We're talking about the election ad nauseum, but they said poor Maya Rudolph. She for those of you who don't watch Saturday Night Live, she's
so good.
Saturday Night Live veteran. It's not on the show full time now, but she was coming back doing spot on Kamala Harris.
Amazing.
She was great at the word salad too, and just improvising, saying nothing, putting her hands up and spinning around. What do I do with my hands? She was so good at it, and she almost had a 4-year gig there. And now that character's finished. But anyway, back to Crow. Pedro, Crow was pumping, and J Crypto says they're going to go to $1.
All right. So we all know that the comment that Kramer said, which I think is nuts, what was it, 249? I think we have a couple areas that could act as resistance. One, it's going to be this area right here. Now, I don't think this is going to act as a strong resistance here, which is going to be, I think we're going to blow through the 19 and 18 cent mark, and we'll probably tap around that 25 cents. Now, here's the thing. Because we're in a bull run, okay, this is potentially going to act more as a stopping point or a consolidation point, right? So it potentially, now I think I would love to see it at least get to $1, right? But as we all know, they've gotten so much in their ecosystem, from NFTs to the DeFi system to the meme coins that are on it. I mean, it's really a well-versed ecosystem. And then in addition to that, they hold lending. They do a lot of other things in relationship to it. I cannot see, if this thing keeps growing the way it's going to keep growing, I can't see the SEC just allowing this, right? Like this, there's too much here. And because it's DeFi, it's gotten away with it. But now that the U.S. government's getting involved and stuff like that, I think we could potentially see this. I think we could see this at $1.50. I think we could see it at $1 to $1.50 this cycle. But I think if it becomes a juggernaut to a point where we see it get to $50 billion to $100 billion market cap, that we're talking dollar. That would be around. I forget. I just want to make sure I'm getting this correct before I say this. Give me 1 second.
While you're doing that, welcome to the show. Favor, yes, BTC is pumping. Thanks for joining us. Mr.
Yes.
John Nunn, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Really appreciate it. He says thoughts on Atom. Cosmos is still moving. It's not blowing up in this past 2 days. I should take that back. It went from 450 to 540, so technically it's up 20% in
crypto. We're
so which is awesome in any investment.
Absolutely.
But Cosmos has been doing well for a while. I mean, it's just had its pullback at the beginning of the month down to 4. It's not that volatile. I mean, I followed it a while ago. Let's see. It was up a lot higher, like it was around $10 or something like that. And then the money started coming out of it because people wanted to take their profits and move it somewhere else. So it had a bad summer, a bear market summer, that's for sure. But I think Cosmos is in the turnaround phase. But later in the day, Pedro will tell us about that. Unless he's working right now. Ooh, what chart is that?
No, this is Crow.
Oh, it's still Crow. Okay.
Yeah, so let's check this out here real quick. So right now we're sitting about $4 billion market cap. So to see this thing go to $1, how much is that? So that would be, let's say we'll give it a 20-cent mark here for. So 20 would be 5x. That'd be 4 times 5. Why is that so hard for me right now? 4 times 5 is 20. So 20 bill. Plus, so 20
this
bill.
This microphone's really sensitive. Sorry, Pedro.
No,
it's like if I hold it right here, it's really loud. It's like a singer's mic. So if you're in a band,
actually,
and
so
if I hold it out here, it's already lower, and I get lazy.
So
I need a good condenser mic to have here.
So to see it get to, I think it's actually this time around to see it get to a 20 bill, I think is very good. I think we could see it get to $1. I think we very much could see this at a potential 100 bill. I think we could see this. So that would be 20 bill, 100 bill. So potentially $2. I think we could see a yeah, we could see this at $2. Should be 40 bill. A $40 billion market cap.
Happy.
I would be very happy. I'm just saying I would be on the. I mean, just with my.
We wouldn't be seeing Pedro on this.
Oh, you would. You very much. I love this show. I'll show up
retired.
Regardless. But what I'm saying though is you'll be seeing me on the coast of some place coming in doing the show from the beach somewhere. That's for sure. I'd be probably somewhere like, I don't know, someplace really nice, where it was a good beach. I can
Jay
surf.
Crypto says you'll be buying him tacos.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, I think we could see a potential because that's just 20 bill. This cycle around with what they've have, and as things really start to come in, people are gonna have to buy Crow. I mean, it's just it. You have to buy Crow to get into the ecosystem there. So I see this pushing up, and then as market starts to really move, then what happens is we're going to see another push when it comes to NFTs. As NFTs really start to get its moment again, money gets stagnant in NFTs, right? Because literally you that's where you have it in Crow, you have it in the actual NFT there, so it doesn't really change hands unless it goes up in value. So it's be really interesting to see what happens here. So we could see a potential 20 to 40 bill the next bull run. It could potentially go to 40 bill and sit at 20 bill, right? Which would be the previous highs, which would be right here. So it'll be really interesting to see what happens there. Anyways, so let's move on here. I'm sitting here dreaming over here, but it very much could be that way though. Now, what was the other one you guys wanted me to check out? Cosmos.
John Nunn, are you still here? Still in the house? Let us know if you're still in the house.
Definitely. Also, shout out to you guys over at Rumble. Thank you guys for coming in. Please, again, hit that heart button, like button. And if you have any questions or anything that you want us to go over, please ask. We'd love to go over any of the stuff that you guys have, any questions that you have over at Rumble. Really do appreciate you guys. Boom, here we go. So where is Mr. Cosmos? Oh, another baby. We'll go over it in just a second. We haven't seen much push with them. But I was checking out Zach Humphreys. Did you see the interview that he did with Bad AI this weekend?
Yes, I did see that.
That was impressive, dude. Like I was sitting there just like, wow. I actually looked into it, and dude, that they've got some really interesting things going on over there. So if you guys haven't checked that out, go check out that interview with Zach Humphreys with Bad AI. With their AI was really, really impressive. Their communications and everything, and watching it actually sit there, wait a second, then process and talk with him was really interesting. I was really impressed with that. So shout out to Bad AI. And so I don't know if many of you guys got in with ICP here when it was down at the $7 mark. But again, I expect to see another pumpage going on. I think we very much could get higher than $20 here. I think with ICP, we could see a $50 mark area here as we're sitting here. So that could be a potential 5x. Hopefully you guys were able to get in down at that $6 mark. And where is Cosmos? Cosmos would be right. Crow. What's the other acronym for Cosmos? Atom. Yeah, that's what it was. Cosmos. Thank you. Yeah, it is definitely pumping. We came down into our area here. We found support here, as you guys can see. We came through it, and then we found more support right here. This slapped underneath me. I didn't really take part in this. This is a nice little pump here. So this area is looking strong. Atom is looking strong here. Definitely Cosmos. If you look at this, you have the 200-day period moving average, which is still it's not. Let me put it like 200-day period average is nothing to laugh at. You're not going to try to sit there go against it, but be a good area for you to go in and buy the pullback. So let's check this out and see if there is a zone, which is potentially right here. Okay. There we go.
For those of you joining us on a programming note, right at the top of the hour here at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we are going to flip over and watch an episode of The Swamp Creatures.
All right, guys. So there's this area right here. It's a good little area. Expect some type of pullback here. If you guys want to get in here, you can decide what you want to do. Nice volume yesterday. It was really good on this Sunday. A lot of people coming and buying off of this. But you do have that 200-day period moving average at that. And then on top, you also have a supply area, which is a weekly supply area, sitting about that 630 mark area, 637 to the 621 area. I would expect to see some type of resistance coming here, a bit of a pullback, and then to see him potentially push through to come and touch that $7.99, $8 area here. And you got a good daily wick right here. So potentially could see another pullback from here where it would find then support again around the $6 mark. So good little areas to be looking to get pullbacks from as we come down. And then after that $8 mark, honestly, we got nothing until $13, and that would be that's Atom here. So from $5, you've got two resistant levels here, right? But then after that, man, this baby, it's looking clean. It's looking real clean to that $18 to $20 mark area here. And then after that, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, Pedro. I thought you were wrapping that one up.
Yep, I was. Go ahead.
No, what I was saying with that was when Cosmos started, and then it got all that attention, at the beginning of the year. It really pumped, and people made a lot of money. They made a lot of money, and a lot of people got free money in that one, and so they sold it. And they were going to take that money and put it elsewhere. A lot of them put it in like Bitcoin, Solana. They helped drive Solana up really high, but still, Cosmos still got a good thing going, and so, like Pedro said, it should be on the upswing here.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, here's the thing: there's going to be money's going to be put into everything crypto. Anything that is a top 100 is going to have money put into it by institutions. They're not going to sit there and let slip, and they're going to see and be looking. They're already, like, if you're looking to get into the finance world in America, right now is the time to do it. If you've been in crypto, you understand wallets, how to get in, get out. Right now would be a smart time to maybe apply at an institution, saying, hey, look, I'd like to trade for you guys, I understand. Or even just to help with the digital asset side is something you might want to be looking to get into. Whether that's offshore or even in Europe, look, this is the time. If you're going to get into it, this is the time, because you'll be able to secure a good job for the least next 20 years off of this, is what I'm assuming. I've talked with literally congressmen and potential congressmen about this, saying, hey, look, you guys do need to get some rails on this. I'm not telling you to clamp down on this, but you need to put some type of rails on this so that it doesn't get out of hand, where you got AI going through. And we're already seeing this.
with AI kicking in and already establishing, Godius Maximus, and how it's free flowing. Now, obviously, I think there is some type of hidden hand there. There's some type of things that are going on, but as we progress over the next 3 to 5 years with AI, this is not going to be its only time. So we're going to see some real movements happening here with AI and crypto. And so they're going to need some type of guardrails, and you could actually help be a part of that with the new industry being
created. There's not going to be any guardrails, Pedro. Who's going to enforce guardrails against AI? Who could possibly? I mean, even if there were guardrails, who's going to enforce them? It's impossible. It's one of those things that's impossible. It's not highly improbable. I mean, they could. The only thing they would be able to do is to put government sensors in all of the big data AI centers around the world and say, nope, you can't. That's what did they say? Used to say in Saudi Arabia, jam joom. When something was censored on TV, just jam joom, can't do it. And there's no way that genie can put in the bottle. It's impossible. I mean, even if the U.S. government in Europe said, you guys can't do this with AI, the rest of the world's going to go, we don't care what you think. We're going to do it. And I don't see how it's possible. It's like putting the Bitcoin genie back in the bottle. Well, you can't have Bitcoin. It's illegal. Well, tough shit. The rest of the world's using it. It's 6 billion, 7 billion people now or something like that.
You know, it's interesting because you bring up a good point that, how are you going to really, what's the word I want to use? Kind of put a cap back on, right? It's not that you're going to cap back on it. That's not what I'm saying. I think what's important to understand is what I mean is that there needs to be some form, and I was talking with somebody about this. I think on the show on Friday when we did Full Rant Friday, it's that there needs to be some way where we can interact with AI and help it grow. Right now it's like a baby. It's like a full-on just like baby just sits there. It's taking in information and it's just pooping and peeing and eating. That's what it is right now. But as it grows, okay, there's that point in time when that toddler hits 1.5 and it learns the word no and yes, right? And you've got to sit there and kind of work with it. That's what I mean by a guardrail. Because if we can sit there and if it becomes more money hungry, you raise that child to be money hungry and it do certain things, it changes the mindset of that child. AI is very much kind of, I think, going to be the similar. Right now, I don't think it's conscious. Babies are conscious. Right now, it's just taking in information. It's taking in information. It's still doing zeros and ones. But what's important, though, is as they introduce quantum computing, and then we create a superposition where we bring AI with quantum computing. And again, there's 7 different ways of doing quantum computing. I understand. I don't understand it. I've read about it, right?
The audience is going, what meme coin is this? They're looking. They're right now on Radium trying to figure out what meme coin you're talking about. Quantum AI. What the hell is it? What's the contract address for that?
Right. All right. Whatever. I'm getting people don't even care. Whatever. Okay. Next. Let me finish it here. Take over and talk. See what I need to look up, and then I'll go through it. I'm finishing off this thing. It's pissed me off. Whatever, bro. People short attention span. Whatever. I don't even care. People.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you joining us on YouTube, we've got up over 100 viewers on YouTube. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Really appreciate it.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. We're about to go over
Monday.
stuff here.
We've been talking about Trump's position as president-elect and coming out and saying to Gary Gensler, "You're fired." Gary Gensler said, "Oh yeah, you can't fire me. I'm going to resign," and he's out by the end of the year, effectively out. He was effectively out when Trump was declared the winner of the election.
Yeah.
And the markets pumped as a result. And today, with the news, Bitcoin was already pumping, as you can tell from Pedro's review of it. But once Gensler announced his resignation, people are like, The U.S. is open for business.
Yeah.
And I feel sorry. You know who predicted this well was our friend Anton.
Yeah.
He's moved over to Dubai, and he left the crypto valley in Switzerland, which was kind of the heart of crypto outside of the U.S. It's where a lot of new projects, a town of 30,000, Ethereum's now based there. 1 million other projects are based there. It was like the tech valley of Europe, or Silicon Valley of Europe for crypto. People are racing out of there to go to Dubai, as they just new regulations for not new regulations, but new guardrails, new schemes, whatever you want to call it, but level playing fields for everything going on in crypto. And Anton said, this is going to go gangbusters until the U.S. opens the doors again.
Yeah.
And once the U.S. comes in and says, we're sorry, we got rid of those idiots.
This is what I'm saying, dude. This is what I'm telling you guys right there. If you want to get, once the U.S. says, okay, our bad, we got rid of this, come back in. Dude,
Yep.
crypto will be entrenched. It will literally pull from the roots. And because people make so much freaking money from it, it will literally create a whole entire new class of people. And this is why I'm always talking about, like, people are going to retire. And we're going to need the good immigrants, I hate to say it, to stay.
Yep.
Like, we are literally going to need them. You know, if you're stupid and you're punching people in the face, it's a bad time to be punching people in the face. Because you could stay in, work your ass off, and establish a new career. And here's the thing: most immigrants understand crypto better than the American society because, well, many of them had to deal with crazy inflation, and so they actually had to buy crypto in a stable coin and keep their wealth normal. So it's one of those things that's so important. Like, we're gonna need them. So don't be all get rid of the immigrants. No, we just want ones that follow the rules and want to make money. You know, I'm sorry. I know I'm giving.
No, but you're absolutely right, though, and that's how the economy grows.
Yes.
You add productivity to an economy base. You either add productivity by making automating things and making the same amount of labor hours and people create more GDP, or you add more people to create more GDP.
It's going to be both, though.
Yeah, and if you can do both, even better. And the U.S. has been doing both for years.
Yeah.
And that's why we're the number one economy in the world. Even Pedro, even when manufacturing left for China and Mexico and all around the world, our manufacturing jobs dipped. It went from I don't know what it went from 20 million to 12 million people or something like that. Our manufacturing output did not go down.
Yes,
The manufacturing output in the U.S. stayed consistent and increased over time. And if we hadn't let all that stuff go to Mexico and to China, I couldn't even possibly anticipate what the GDP would be.
You know, it's going to be interesting. You're saying this with Mexico, and we heard what he released over the weekend about the cartels and everything that's actually happening there, right? Saying, look, if any of our people here in America were seen interacting with the cartel, and a lot of the stuff with the trafficking that happened with the children, and a lot of the trafficking that just simply happened with women coming over, and a lot of people can't find certain people that were in their family, we are going to go full blown like retardio on that. Like, Trump is like, I'm not joking. Like this is just not going to happen anymore. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the cartel. We had a guy who came on our show 3 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago, not this past one, but the previous. And he was talking about literally how there was a law that was passed that gave a ton of power to the cartel now. And in Mexico, you can't have a gun. Okay. You're not allowed to have a gun. And the bad thing behind it is that if the only people who do have guns are the bad guys, right? And then the military. And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens as Trump really gets involved and says, look, y'all did a lot of stuff against things that you shouldn't have done. We're going to give you one shot. Like, man up, say, our bad, and boom, 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 and we'll handle it. That needs to be handled. But I think as they move forward, I think the cartel is definitely going to have backlashes. I think we're going to see some real fighting. We saw war on drugs happen back in the 80s and 90s, right? So it's going to be really interesting to see. I think Trump is he saw it. He knows the backside behind it. I think because maybe I'm not saying that he's dealt with these guys, but he's a multi-billion international company, so he's probably had to deal with them somewhat. And it's going to be really interesting to see what he decides he wants to do by his actions, by attacking the cartels, or is he going to just straight do what he did with ISIS and simply saying, hey, look, this is your house, I can find you.
I know. I don't know why we don't do that. It's so simple to do. And the people are like, oh, well, it's sovereign Mexico and all that. When they're killing so many people and they're creating such havoc. I mean, I realize the cartel's in power because so many people in the U.S. are snorting this white stuff up their nose. I get it. And more people want to make that legal, which you might have to do just so, Big Pharma makes this stuff instead of cartel land. But I mean, it's so easy. I mean, like, the Air Force, or Chris, our Swamp Creature.
Yes.
Him and his friends could take the cartel out, all of them, in about an hour. And it would be easy. And kids would get killed and wives would get killed. We know that. But they've killed hundreds of millions of people in Mexico. Hundreds of millions. Whatever. They've killed
millions.
A lot of people in Mexico. They've ruined the state governments, the states themselves of Mexico. They've ruined the federal government. And arguably the president that's elected today is installed by the cartel.
Well, he's done. Go ahead.
You can't say that that's not a threat to national security. I mean, the UN would go crazy. Oh my God, you killed these drug dealers. Oh, but just like Nancy Reagan said, just say no. Just say no.
Bro, it's not that simple. You can't sit there. I mean, especially with this generation and their lack of dopamine resist. I mean, you can't. I hate to use the word. It's much more complicated than that. I have many friends of mine who've been in and caught up with that. So it's more of a psychosis situation. It's not really just saying no, right? Like, don't.
No, I'm saying just say no to the cartel.
I'm
not telling users to stop.
Oh, okay.
They're going to keep using forever until they can't get it
until
anymore.
They wake up.
No way you're not going to get it anymore. But and I don't care if there's 1,000 drug dealers smuggling drugs into the U.S. as long as they don't have the power over a country. If they're just like their back lab guys doing it, hooking them to drones and flying it over the border, and Jimmy in San Diego snorting it up his nose. That's one thing. But when they're changing governments and making everyone else's lives miserable, it's and they arguably they come across the border into the U.S., create havoc there. It's just one of those things that I would be a bad king. Everyone would hate me because I would be like Sacha Baron Cohen in The Dictator. Like, yeah, that guy. After a while, you just get pissed off at everyone. Just like, off with his head. No, him. Off with his head. Off with his head. Just kill them all. Terrible thing to say, but that's what happens. Alpha Wolf, welcome back to the show. Appreciate it. Chuck says BTC just topped 85K. 85K, ladies and gentlemen. Chuck says, favor, they aren't going to make a price prediction, especially before launch. But it hasn't launched yet. Although, is there an estimated? It's kind of easy to figure out. I mean, what's the estimated price? If they've raised $450,000, what are they saying that the launch price is going to be? I mean, you can figure it out. I don't know how many tokens are going to be released on day one, so can't predict the market value. But you can figure out the price. Liquidity. Number of shares, price. You can figure it all out. But if it's just all it needs to do is 1x to hit $1, then it's very possible. If it needs to 100x to hit $1, it's not very easy. There's a lot of people going to want to take their money out of that and sell it off shortly after launch. And you'll need it to start bringing in money. So once it does that. Pedro, Alpha Wolf says, you may be on mute, Pedro. I know it's a touchy subject. That's why I stay neutral. I believe everybody deserves to live anywhere on ETH they want. Oh, that was good. That's the Ethereum. Not Ethereum. Earth-Ethereum pitch.
Earth-Ethereum.
That was good.
Earth-Ethereum.
Ooh.
Be mine.
Earth-Ethereum. Earth-Ethereum. Paycheck says Pedro's putting the hair up. Buckle up, friends.
we about to get into it now. So let's pull up some stuff you guys want to get into. Let's go ahead and look at some of the meme coins. We can always check out. Go ahead.
You know what? Let's go right into the hardest working man in cryptos. Pokemonon.
All right. Do we have the?
I'm just going to call it up on my screen, but you won't be able to see it for a few seconds, Pedro. It just launched, and I do say I did buy $10 worth of it today, so I am technically an investor in this. But AI Wolf has been good to us and brought a lot of viewers to the show with his retweets and all that type of stuff. So I appreciate it, and so I said I would. Where'd it go? I had it up here. There it is. Pokemano. Pokemano on Good Morning, Good Night on GMGN, Pedro.
All right.
But it is, what is it now? AI, it is at $50,000 market cap.
Ooh, you guys are about to go bonded. All right, so what is the, what's the spelling again?
Pokemano. Pokemano. And for those of you who can see my wonderful screen share here, it's just a thin green line up. Alpha Wolf says that they're at 54,000 and fully launched over on Radium. He says it's a friend's token that he's helping them with.
All right, so I'm okay. Pokemano.
Mano.
Oh, MAMNO.
Comes right up on GMGN.
All right, which one is it? The 14K or the
50? There should only be one.
Nope. There's a few.
Pokemano.
Papa Oscar Kilo Echo Mike Alpha November Oscar.
There must be two liquidity pools. It's that first one.
All right, 52 cap. And you guys just launched today. Oh no,
It's a couple days old.
Yeah.
I think it was stealth for a while.
You guys go. There we go, dude. Okay. I'm about to have a good day. And every single way.
Ooh-ah. What's up with that?
Mm.
What's up with that? Ooh-ah. That's a great Saturday Night Live.
Okay, yeah. It's following the 8-period moving average. You're looking good already, man. You guys are about to get bonded here, right? How much is bonding now? Because I know that, is it 70,000 for bonding? 72,000 for.
They said they're already on Radium.
Okay.
They made it over there.
Okay, you guys are looking good, man. Nice little pullback right here. Every time you've had pullbacks, good consolidating. Boom, pick up. I like it, man. I like it. I'm actually not going to put any resistance or support areas here because there's not really anything here to really play out. I guess we could have, you could have a buy area right here, right? And then this area right here. And then right here. But it's looking hot, man. I mean, the fact is that it's really found, every time it's kind of sold off a little, it's just consolidated. You guys just been consolidating, picking up speed here. So this is nice. I can't complain, man. You guys are above the 8-period moving average. You guys are above the 4-hour moving average, 8. I mean, you guys, it's very strong. It's very strong. When I look at the chart, you know what I'm saying? And you got decent, you've got a pullback, you got a couple pullback areas here that I like. And yeah, man. I mean, I can't. Good job on your leadership with this. Good job, man. 60 or 52,000 area here. I like it. There we are.
Launched at a 4K market cap, so we've done a 10x since launch.
Nice.
AI, send me the unless you did already the contract address for Robot Dog.
Robot Dog. Okay, nice little memes here you got going on here. Over you guys over on Rumble. These are small little plays. $50,000, $60,000 market cap, and these are nice little plays potentially where you could see, get up to $1 million, $5 million, $10 million market cap. Some of these babies here, and nice little, money generating for you. So if you get in at these 50, 60, 80,000, don't get in big. Like these are the plays like you go to the slots with, right? $10, boom. And if they make it, they make it. You don't sweat, And if you wake up one morning, I had a friend of mine who literally got in on one at like 8,000, went up, came back down, pulled back to 8,000, doing $10. Woke up this weekend, literally the thing just shot up like to $8 million, $10 million. It was a nice little profit. You only threw $10 in, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It was, it wasn't a bad. I think it was a 20x, 25x for him. So it did really well on it. Which I know it doesn't seem like $200 is a lot of money, but when you only threw in $10, you made 200. It's not a bad day.
Especially when you finish the day with a lot more money than you started with whatever level.
Yeah, exactly.
With $20 and you finish with 200. That's a good day. AI Wolf, I got it. Here.
You gonna send it to me?
I am gonna send the robotics evolution token, which I've never heard of. Where is my TG's out of control, Pedro. Out of control. I got on some list somewhere, and so.
Oh, I love those. I love them. You got like
millions of them, and I've always had my DMs open. I dropped it in your TG.
Yeah, sure.
And now it's mind-boggling how many people are shilling me, and it's like my LinkedIn inbox now. I got on something that I was.
You're a baller?
For business coaches or something like that. So I get all these people saying, "Oh, I can be your business coach," and they're clearly using automated Salesforce.com systems or something like that to do it. And I'm like, dude, I'm a YouTube show host. Or some of them might go along with it. Oh yeah, for what business? And they're like, for your robot evolution. Oh my word, look at that chart. Launch it.
Yeah, man. Yeah, dude. So is this yours too?
It's not his token, but he's
You're pumping it? All right,
let's check it out.
Let's check it out.
He's trying to get these guys to come on the show. That's what AI is doing there.
Okay.
Jeff says you gotta look at our boner pills.
We will look at your boner pill. We shall look at the boner pill. I had a classmate. He grew up. His name is Boner, and it meant exactly what it was meant for. Great guy. Well, he was a knucklehead. Didn't have the best life, or just situation. It's a situation.
You still have a robotics evolution token there?
I do. I do. All right. Oh, REIT. This is REIT. Bro. Dude, I actually saw these guys down at these levels. I hope my boy. Is Patty here? Where's Patty? Is Patty in the audience? Patty, if you're in the audience, come up. Where are you at, dude? Are you in the audience? BT, yeah, 85,000, baby. We should
85.5 thousand. It's just
blowing through it. Wait,
no money for me today. So sad.
Sorry, I'm all excited. I'm just like, dude, this thing, it is like a train, baby. Let's go. Sorry. Oh man, dude, if it blows through that 85, dude, we're going to 90. You know what? I should have said, I felt like saying this, but I had to be cautious. I literally thought, I mean, legitimately, like by the end of November, we could see 100,000 Bitcoin. The way this thing is moving, remember, the higher it goes, Tom, Mr. Oliver.
Chuck says, go back to the BTC pumped when you put your hair back.
Pull the hair back. Let's go. It's time to get home.
Daza in the house. Thanks for joining us, Daza. Pumping Pear. We haven't heard from Pear in.
Oh, I know, dude. Miss you guys,
Did
man.
it recover? Did it recover?
I hope you guys recovered. What's up, Daza? ¿Qué pasa, señor? ¿Qué pasa? All right. Let's get into it. Dude, if this thing, like I said, I'd be shocked. 85,000 would typically be like that round number. So, but man, if this thing does, this thing's getting a 90. I would be shocked if this thing by the end of the week wasn't sitting at 90,000. I mean, or potentially even before, dude. Like, I mean, shoot, if this thing starts to catch legs, we all know what happens when crypto catches legs, man. You know, it's just like
moves.
It moves. Get out of the way because it's gonna run you over. Don't try to short that.
Tom says, take me back to 2015 when I was buying Bitcoin for around $500 through Bittylicious. Man, if only you had kept that stuff.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to blow. Pedro, look.
Jen H says, look at Crow.
Gotcha. I will.
Company, we spent a good amount of time talking about Crow in the last
listen,
hour
I have
of the
no
show.
Miss Jenny. I'll go check it out. Don't worry, I got you. We will. Every time I see that, I get a dopamine hit. We're gonna check it out again. Oh, nice. Look at all. Every time I try to sell off, see them seller or those buyer wicks there. Try to sell out. Said nope. Push it back. Pushing it back. You know, so we could see, like I said, I already talked about. We could see a good we could see a pullback from the 19 cent, 18 cent area here, and the area that I'm looking at potentially a pullback to, if this thing does decide to pull back, which we all know if this baby wants to get going, it's gonna get going. Is down at these lower levels of that 10 cent, 11 or that 10 cent ish area, 11 cent to 10 cent, potentially pull back to that area where the 8 period moving average is, and then we could see that thing start to climb up as it moves. But the biggest key is that we want to make sure that as it starts to get going, right, that just if you are going to put money in on the pullbacks. Do not get FOMO and be like, oh no, it's never going to pull back. It will pull back. So I tell you guys all the time, it will always pull back. So make sure you save up your ducats, put your money in. If you make good money on a meme that just runs, get ready to put it into a major top 10, top 30 coin. Potentially you're going to start seeing cyclical rotation within meme coins as things start to get really expanded and portfolios really start to get inflated. You'll see money being skimmed off the top and put into other things. So be mindful for that. Alrighty, so Miss Jenny. Missed it. Yeah. No worries, it's all good. I still got you.
What's Ethereum doing? Are they pumping also?
Oh yes, they are. Oh yeah,
I
saw
them
this
on a programming note at 2 o'clock Eastern time, we were going to switch over to the Swamp Creatures. I pushed that to 2:15.
2:15. Let's check out Ethereum, baby. I mean, not Ethereum. 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 Excuse me. Ethereum. So it's already pumping. We came back down here. I thought we were coming back down. We literally never got back down to my area here. I literally thought we were going to come down to that 2100 area. We did not. We came close, and then we just consolidated off of this demand area here that I had placed here, and then now it's just starting to ascend. So the next resistant area on Ethereum is that 36-37 area to that 36-25 area. Is one of those things I do like that. Expect this type of pullback, and then potentially, I don't expect a major pullback. We've seen Ethereum consolidate here now for, I mean, what?
Forever.
Yeah, like what? Since what is this period? Since March. Or excuse me, since February, we've just seen this thing kind of consolidate. I'm everybody were kind of poo-pooing Ethereum. I said Ethereum's not gonna lose its flavor, man. There's too much money in it, there's too much tech, and there's too much brain in this. Institutions are not gonna let this thing die. They're gonna accumulate and they're gonna go, and then they're gonna buy in. But the key, I thought we were gonna come down a little bit further. Sure enough, it found some legs, pushed back up. We are not putting a lot of demand wicks in, so we potentially could hit this area of that 36, 35 ish area here, and then see a pullback and then push back up, continue it potentially up to that 47, 43 area, which is potentially all-time highs here. So it's going to be real interesting to see what, as we move forward, where this is going to go as it catches wings and starts to fly here. So, man, Bitcoin is at its all-time high right now, and it is climbing. So it's real fun to check this out. Guys, we are in this to win this. So fun times here.
Yeah, everything's going crazy. If you have
yeah.
if you have any bags in crypto, you've made at least 10% on your money just today. Just today alone.
Absolutely. It's gonna be nice. So anything else, guys, you guys want us to check out here real quick?
What chart is that?
This is BTC, dude. Yeah.
Is that the weekly chart?
No, it's the daily. Yeah, like, dude, exactly. Like, it's just talk about a boner pill, right? I mean, ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Let's just leave that chart up for now. Just enjoy it in its glory.
And
pull
it's
up,
glowing.
Pull that either the weekly or the monthly chart up. Maybe the weekly chart and compress it a little so we can see that flag everyone was talking about.
Yeah.
Crypto Lifer must be going nuts because he lives on these flags in his day trading.
Yeah, he lives and dies off of this. Yeah.
That's not the right chart.
No, it's weekly. You want to look at monthly?
Just try the monthly.
So let me.
Here's just the.
So this is the flag pattern.
You know what? I screwed up the. I didn't change the time for the crypto swamp creatures. You know what, Pedro? I promised these guys a good crowd for that. We're gonna unfortunately, while we're still talking a lot of good stuff today, we're gonna continue it tomorrow, Technical Tuesday. We're gonna switch over to the Crypto Swamp Creature show. It's all about the election results, and I know we've got a lot of talk about here, but this is a good episode, and I'd appreciate you guys sticking around, watching, and dropping some comments. So we will.
While we're about to leave here, but you guys over on Rumble here, just give you guys heads up. We have the show where we have some talking heads, pundits that go over a lot of what's going on in Washington and the election. So if you guys want to, please check us out at Crypto Swamp Creatures over on Rumble. We got all 8 of you guys. Please go over there, check us out. That's our affiliate, not our affiliate, our other show
all
that
right,
we
everyone.
are producing.
We're gonna drop this off and see you over at the Swamp Creatures. You'll move right there on YouTube.
See you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow.